Hello bass lovers, welcome to a new video. Today I'm gonna be reviewing the U2 wireless guitar, or in our case bass, system by Xvive Audio. First of all, let me spoiler you something. This is actually a great affordable way to get into the wireless instrument world, and it sounds pretty nice for the price range. Here's how the system works, and I really love its simplicity and straightforward approach. We've got a transmitter and a receiver. Period. Nothing else on the way. I love the fact that who is clearly written on the units, in both of the units, so you can't go wrong. The overall ergonomics and adaptability put into the design is great, and the fact that the jack socket is movable is a great way to assure that the unit will adapt perfectly to your instrument. As a matter of testing, I've mounted the X5 on some of my basses, as you can hear, without any problem of fitting at all. The back of the units have this nice rubber protection, and in order to protect the finish of our instruments, this gives you the total flexibility and possibility to really follow the ergonomy and the natural design of your instrument. And this gives actually a pretty nice margin of adaptability. The operation and control of the U2 are pretty simple. We got an on and off button, and a channel button, and two LEDs. For having a visual feedback from the unit. Now, the U2 allows us to have 4 different channels within its 2.4 GHz band of transmission. And it's great because we can connect to 4 different U2 systems on the stage. And how do I know what channel am I selecting in the unit? Well, it's simple. If the LED blinks twice, it means that we are in channel 2. If the light repeats 3 times, it means that we are in the number 3, and this principle applies also to channel 1 and 4, of course. Nice solution, I think. Now let's discuss about battery life and charging experience. Obviously, as a wireless device, the 2 units need electric charge. And we've got a mini USB socket that allow us to have up to 4 hours of performance, which is a great sweet spot in my opinion. Another great thing is that Xvive included in every box this Y cable, and this means you can charge both devices at the same time, and this all from a single USB port. Now, about the charge ratio, you basically have to double up the time of charge to have an approximate idea of the time you can play with it. For example, 20 minutes of charge will give you around 40 minutes of performance. 1 hour of charge will give you 2 hours of performance, and so goes on. Talking about sound quality, I mean, it's pretty good for the price. As a bass player, I was mainly worried about a few things from a wireless audio device like this. The first one was the low-end frequencies. And that's because, in my experience, some wireless transmitters tend to overcompress and add distortion in that frequency range. Maybe in the guitar world this issue is less common, but even in high-end priced transmitters, low frequencies are always easy to distort, at least in my experience again. And I have to be totally honest with you, even this unit is sensitive in the low frequencies, and you really have to be gentle in giving lows, especially if you use active basses, but its sound distortion in the low end is still more acceptable than some transmitter that I've tried that cost way more. So I guess it's a good compromise for the U2. The other thing I was worried about was latency. And again, I have to be honest with you, this time I really was very impressed. The playing experience was absolutely enjoyable, and there was never moments where my mind goes like, I hear some latency here, not at all. So, for this price point, great job Xvive. Here are my conclusions about the U2 wireless system by Xvive. If you are looking for a good quality wireless transmitter for your bass guitar but you want to hold on a tight budget, I highly recommend these units. For the price, the build quality is great, the sound is overall pretty natural, and the latency, as far as my experience with it goes, is basically non-existing. Plus, and this is interesting, another benefit I found in some cases from units like this, if you have some ground issues in certain venues with cables, using this type of system can help a lot to reduce some of that electrical problems from the instrument through the amplifier. And I guess that could be because we are basically converting and transmitting sound by air between one transmitter and one receiver, instead of sharing a common ground through a classic cable. But please, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. So, that's it for now. Thanks Xvive for sending me this product. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video and have a wonderful time. See you in the next video.